Good morning to all. We are discussing Turing machine. So far, we have discussed the definition of the Turing machine, applications of the Turing machine. So, where the Turing machine is useful, and the instantaneous description means how to write the transitions for the Turing machines that we have discussed. Now, in this today's session, we are going to design the Turing machines, right? So, design of the Turing machine means just like a design of your finite automata. Ultimately, your Turing machine is nothing but the automata, but it is the most powerful automata already we have discussed. So, just like the automata or DFA or NFA we have constructed, we have to construct the Turing machine here. So, construction of Turing machine is a process of writing out the complete set of states and the next move function. As you know that we have seen the transition function like this: delta q0a, that is equal to you have q1 capital A and L. So that is nothing but your q into tau, that gives you q into 2 into that is left, right, or halt state, right? So this is nothing but your transition function. Current state of your Turing machine, the current tape symbol here, we are not calling it as a input symbol, or we are not calling it as any stack or queue symbol, but it is nothing but your tape symbol. Because why? Your input is nothing in the form of tape, or it is written in the cells of the tape, right? And it is an infinite tape, and the end of the tape or the end of the input string is with the capital delta. It represents the end of the input string, right? So this is nothing but the one can say the tape symbol here, and that gives us the next state, that is q1 and a. So instead of a, we are writing here now capital A instead of small a. The Turing machine prints there. So this is nothing but either read or either you are going to write into that particular cell. Either we are going to read from the cell, or we are going to write into the cell. And this L indicates whether the Turing machine moves reiterated, whether it moves in the right hand direction or whether it moves in the left hand side direction. So these are the three operations we have to perform while considering the Turing machine's operations. Means next state determination, the character is to be read from the tape, or it is to be written on the tape cell, and whether to move on the left hand side or the right hand side. And one more operation is nothing but after reading complete tape, after reading the complete string in the input tape, the machine going to be halt there. Machine going to halt means it is nothing but there is no final state such that. So here Turing machine is enters into the halt state, means successfully the string is being accepted. Already we have seen Turing machine as a language recognizer and Turing machine as a computational function, or it computes how it computes the different functions, right? So let us see examples one by one so that it will become more clear to you. The process is very simple. We have to construct the Turing machine, but here we have to remember that Turing machine will it move in the right and the left direction, and while scanning the input tape. So that consideration we have to take into the consideration. So this is totally conceptual phenomenon. So design of Turing machine, writing the operation of Turing machine, it is totally conceptual phenomenon. Meaning is that so many example, as many as examples you go through it, your concept will develop automatically. Getting this point means it is not a, one can say that it is not a fixed strategy there. Yes, you have to go in this way, but your logic must get developed in the direction, so that you can able to draw the Turing machine's transitions, right? The Turing machine can be designed with the help of some conceptual tools. Means with the help of instantaneous description, we are able to draw, or we are able to design the Turing machine. So let us see with examples, and as we go through maximum example, so the concept will become more clear to you. So let us see first example how to design the Turing machine. See here, construct a Turing machine which accepts the language ABA, or which accepts the string ABA, language ABA, where input sigma equal to A comma B. So this is the Turing machine only. So this Turing machine is only for language ABA. Means it is a language which consists of only one string, and that is ABA. So we have to construct a Turing machine for the language which is having a string ABA, or which accept the string ABA. So let us see. We will assume that on the input tape, the string ABA is placed like this. So on your input tape, you are putting, suppose this is input tape, and so this is the general, one can say, the architecture of your machine, or the input tape. So it is the first pointer, or one can say the first read write head is pointing to the first character in the input string. This is the first structure. Then, so directly, so if I want to draw, so ABA, so A is input given to the string, the output is also A, the input given is equal to B, see output is also B, right? Then A is input, then output is also A, and delta is nothing but input is delta, output is also delta, and machine will turn into the halt state or the stop state. So let us see how it is being constructed. So the tape head will read out the sequence up to the end of the input tape, that is nothing but your capital delta character. If ABA is read out completely, the TM will halt after reading delta. Means as soon as this complete string ABA is being read out, and as soon as your Turing machine read this capital delta, meaning is that the complete string is being read successfully and machine enters into the halt state, right? So meaning is that the triplet along the edge are written as input read, then output to be printed, and direction consider the transition between the start direction consider the transition between start state and Q1, which is AAA. That means what is the significance of A, small a, and R? Meaning is that the current symbol is read from the tape A. So current input symbol is A. The output is also A, and then it move the tape head to the right hand side direction. So they write the transition like AAR. So AAR indicate that if it is the input tape, suppose this A, B, A, and at the end there is a capital delta. So first it will read A. So with this transition it will read A. It also prints A, means there is no change. There is a no change. We are not going to print capital A or capital B or any other character there. Same A, because we just have to read ABA as a string. So just keep it as it is. That's why small a, and move that head to the right hand side direction, right? So the tape will look like this. So the next character, so tape will look like this A, then B. Now the your read write head is pointing to B, next letter A, and delta as it is. So again the transition between Q1 and Q2 is BBR. So you are at B. So BBR indicates that it reads B, it prints B, and move to the right direction. Three operations. See carefully which are the three operations are carried out here. Read B, print B, and move to the right hand side direction. So this is done. So note that as the tape head is moving ahead, states are getting changed. So this is to be important, as we are as this particular tape head is moving in the direction or in some left hand side direction, we have to change the state from, say initially it is Q0, now it is changed to Q1, and after it is being now Q2, now Q2 to Q3, we have to change the state. So now the next, so the tape look like this. So this is the at this particular point of time, your tape look like this. A is read and A is printed here. B is read, B is written here. Now A is now under the consideration. A is now under the consideration. So here, which operation we have to write here? So again, we have to write A, and R. So it will move in the right hand side direction. Then TM accept the language when it reaches to the halt state. So again, we have to read this A, print A here, and finally it will go to the delta, capital delta, that is nothing but the end of the string. So halt state is always a accept state for the any Turing machine. So as soon as it reaches to this particular halt state or the end of the string, it means that it is the string is being accepted completely. So here, hence the transition between Q3 and halt is delta delta S. That means read delta, print delta, and stay there. S stands for stay there. So as soon as you can also write delta, capital delta means read delta, print delta, and go to left, or capital delta means read capital delta, write capital delta, and move to the right hand side directions. The same Turing machine can be represented by another method of the transition table. So you can draw a transition table. The states are Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, right? So after Q0 on input A, it go to state Q1, the character print is A, and the tape move to the right hand side direction, right? Now Q0, there is no input on B, there is no input on capital delta. Now take the state Q1. Q1 there is no input on A, so Q1 on B. So Q1 on B go to Q2 state. The character read is B. The character return is B, and it move to the right hand side direction. Now again go to Q2 state. Q2 on input A, read A. It means read A. It prints A or write A, capital small a, and move to the right hand side direction. And then it will go to the Q3 state. Q3 it does not have any A and B input. It will straight away go to capital delta. Capital delta is nothing but the end of the string. So it reads A. That means this is the read operation. This is nothing but your write operation, and this is stay there. Means it will stay there itself, right? So this is the way how the string A B A it is being read completely. So first read this, read first character, write it there. Then read this character, write it there. Means A read, print A or write A, and move to the right hand side direction. For this B, read B, print B, read B, print B, and go to the right hand side direction. For again this A read A, print A, and move to the right hand side direction. And for this capital delta, delta and S means read delta, write delta, and move to the. So this is nothing but your input. What you are going to input. This is nothing but actual output, means you are reading A and putting A on the tape itself, right? Means same character. Here you are reading B and you are putting capital small b as on the input tape, reading A and putting a small a, right? And you are moving the tape head into the right hand side direction. At the last you are keeping the tape head in the same location, right? So this is the way how we are going to write down the transitions of your Turing machines, right? So let us see. So in the given transition table, we write the triplet in the each row as a next state. So this is nothing but your next state. The output to be printed, this is nothing but the output. This is the output to be printed here, and the direction right? So next, consider the next example number 2. Construct a Turing machine which for the language consisting of the strings having any number of zeros and only even number of 1 over input sigma equal to 0, 1. Okay, so we have to construct a Turing machine. So read the question carefully. We have to construct a Turing machine for the language consisting of string having any number of zeros. It consists of strings that are having any number of 0 and only even number of 1 over input sigma equal to 0, 1. So see the logic for this. The number of 0 can be any number, but the even number of ones are to be allowed. Number of zeros can be any number, but the one are even numbers only. So finite state machine. So we know that how to draw the FSM for this. So it is very simple. So finite state machine is Q0, 0 on 0 go to Q0 itself, on 1 go to Q1, Q1 on 0 go to Q1 itself, whereas Q1 on 1 go to Q0. This is nothing but your finite automata for any number of zeros, and even number of 1. So any number of 0, I can have the string like this 3 0 and double 1, or I can have 1 0 0 0 1. So even number of 1 and any number of 0, but their locations are not given. So this is automata. It is for the given input string. So the same idea can be used to draw the Turing machine. We always assume that at the end of the input that capital delta is placed here. So let us see here how that. So this is nothing but a simple Turing machine. So this 0 is the input, 0 is the output, and moves the machine to the right hand side direction. Q0 on 0. So Q0 on 1, 1 is the input. You are going to print 1 as output, and machine moves to the right hand side direction. Then Q1 on input 0, output is also 0. Means you take 0, read 0, you write 0 on the tape itself, move the machine to the right hand side direction on the state Q1. Q1 on input 0, read input 1, write output as a 1, that is nothing but write the character 1 and move the tape to the right hand side direction. On Q0, 0 0 and L and Q0, because it is a final state, here it is a final state, so you have to go for the halt state from the Q0 itself, because it is a final state. Q0 is the final state in your finite automata, so definitely the halt state is definitely from Q0. So capital delta, read capital delta, write capital delta, and move to the left hand side direction, and finally is nothing but your halt state. Now let us see how it is being simulated. Let us see the simulation for it. So let us simulate the above Turing machine for the string 1 1 0 1 0 1. So 1 2 3 4, 4 number of ones are there and 2 number of zeros are there. So even number we want even number of 1 and any number of zeros we want here. So which has even number of ones, we assume that this input is placed on the input tape like this. So this is the, so say this is the string first 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1, finally capital delta. So see the character which is in the read, character which is currently in a read state, it is marked by a red symbol. Red symbol, it is it has made red here, right? So you just be focused on the your PPT, how these symbols are being now read. So first 1 0 1 1 0 1 0 1, right? The next is go to the next. So this is the Q1 state. So next go to the next state, that is nothing but your Q0. So 1, then go to the left hand side, so right hand side, read the second one, state is nothing but Q0 0 1 0 1 capital delta as it is. Now again move to the left hand right hand side direction, that is nothing but 1 1 0, and your state is Q0, state is Q0, reading input as a 0. The next is 1 1 0 1 0 1. Now the tape head moves to the 1, it reads this one and the state is now 1, right? Then 1 1 0 1 0, the tape head reading this 0, the second last 0 1 capital delta as it is, Q1 state. Then see here 1 1 0 1 0, and the finally it reads the 1 and the state is Q0 state. And next it will go to the it will move in the it is moving to the right hand side direction, it is moving to the right hand side direction, and finally it reaches to this, it reaches to this particular capital delta, that is nothing but the halt state. So we can say that this particular this input is being accepted by our Turing machine. So what the Turing machine which we have designed, that is correct, getting this point. So this is the way how we have to simulate, or how we have to design a Turing machine, and how to make the simulation of the Turing machine, right? Let us see the next example. Construct a Turing machine for the language capital L equal to a raised to n dot b raised to n for n greater than 1. We have to design a Turing machine for the language L equal to a raised to n b raised to n greater than 1. So see, we have already solved this type of problems by PDA, Python Automata. So in PDA, what we have used, we have a stack to remember the previous symbol. A raised to n, b raised to n means what? You have double A, double B, or you have triple A, triple B. This string already we have seen with the help of our PDA. We go on pushing this inside the stack, and as soon as we encounter this B, we are going to pop this A from the stack itself. Getting this point? So see here, the main advantage of Turing machine is to have a tape head which can be moved forward or backward, means in the both direction. You can have it in the right hand side as well as in the left hand side direction movement, and the input symbol can be scanned. The simple logic which we will apply is read out each A, small a, mark it by capital A. See here carefully, observe the logic carefully. So what we do, so suppose your string is like this, double A, double B. So for every A, we have to read this small a, and we have to print capital A instead of this small a. Then move ahead along the input tape, and if we find a small b, then instead of that small b, we have to print the capital B. We have to print the convert it into capital B. Getting this point, getting the logic here. So what we have to do here, we have to construct the Turing machine to accept the language A raised to n, B raised to n. This type of language we have to accept it, A raised to n dot B raised to n. So meaning is that, so these are the strings in this particular format, triple A, triple B. So for every small a, if we read a small a, we are going to suppose this is your input A, so this is my input A, and my output is capital A, and it will move to the right hand side direction, or the head move to the right hand side direction. If the input is B, print instead of B, I am going to print their capital B, and it will move in the right hand side direction. It will move in the right hand side direction. Getting this point? So these are the transitions which we have to use while designing the Turing machine, right? So see it carefully how we are going to design it. Focus it on your screen. So repeat this process. Repeat this process for all A's and all B's. So until till your all A's and B's will be completely read from the given string, we have to repeat the process. So if there is some kind of inequality in number of A's and B's, the TM will not end up in a Hall state. Definitely, if the A raised to n, B raised to n, they are not in equal number, so definitely the machine will not go toward the Hall state, that it will not go toward the capital delta sign. So we can say that yes, this is not the string A raised to n, B raised to n. Getting this point? So if this is the case, suppose A, B, B, means it is not exactly A raised to n, B raised to n. So definitely in this case, the TM head will not move toward the final delta, capital delta, right? So let us see the simulation, how the transitions are being done. So let us formulate the logic for A raised to n, B raised to n. We are going to formulate the logic for the reading the languages, reading the language having L equal to A raised to n, B raised to n, and then construct it. So see here, simple string is considered here, double A, double B, and capital delta. Double A, so this is the string double A, double B, and capital delta. Capital delta, convert it, convert. So first A, so first A is here. So first A, convert into capital A and move right in the search of B. So we are at the machine head, or the Turing machine head is at A. So what operation we have to perform here? Convert it into capital A and move right in search of small b. So see, this is the operation we have to perform. First, our pointer points to the small a. So make it as a capital A and move in the right hand side direction in search of small b. Why? Because for every A we have to search its corresponding B, because it is A raised to n, B raised to n. Number of A's are equal to number of B, right? So the next is, so capital A, we made it a capital A. Now the pointer is at small a, that's why it is marked as red. BB as it is capital delta. Now A is A, we are reading A. So what operation is to perform on small a? So operation is keep it, move ahead in the right hand side direction. In the second step, this is the first. In the second, now go to the third one. So A, B. Now the machine head reads this small b, B capital delta, as it is convert it into B. So we encountered the first B. We encountered the first B here. So convert it into capital B and move left till capital A. So we have to move to the left and not the right. Not right. We have to move to the left. So try to understand the logic. Try to get the logic. Why to move to the left? Because in the left hand side direction we are searching more small a's. We are searching more small a's. Why? Because for this A, for this capital A, we made this one capital B. So equation is clear now. So now we are again moving the left hand side direction in search of, again, if any more small A's are there, right? Means machine will search any other small A is there by moving in the left hand side direction. So let us see the next structure will look like this. So this B is now converted into capital B, and now the head is pointing to small a. That's why it is marked as a red color. So move to the left, no operations are performed. There is only there is no operation. So we have to just move to the left, move the head in the left hand side direction, right? So A is here. So now head pointing to capital A, small a, capital B, B, capital delta. Now we reach, or the head reach to the capital A. So at this particular time, what we have to do here? Move to the right hand side. Move to the right hand side. So move the head in the right direction. Move the head in the right direction. So we'll get here capital A, small a, small a. Then small a is now in the read state. Now the machine reads small a, capital B, small b, capital delta. Now convert this A to capital A. Convert this A to capital A and move right in search of B. Same operation we are repeating, this operation and this operation, because we read first A, we made the first A into capital A and move to the left, move to the right in search of small b. In the same way, read this A, now convert it into the capital A and move in the right hand side direction in search of small b. So the C here, so convert into capital A. So this A, sorry, this A must be capital A. So A, B, capital B, B. So the head is at here, head is pointing to capital B. So no operation is to be performed, just move in the right hand side direction. So see here, so A, B, and B. Now head is reading this small b. Now we are encountered the small b here. So as we encountered the small b, what operation we have to perform? So convert small b to capital B and move to the left and not to the right. We have to move to the left. We have to move to the left, right? Why left? Because the machine search any small a is remaining there. So the machine is now pointing to this capital B here and move to the further left hand side direction. So let us see here. So capital A, we encounter the capital A on the left hand side direction. Now immediately before capital B, see here, immediately before capital B, this capital B, capital A is there. That means, what it means? That means all the A's are marked as a capital A. All A's are marked as a capital A. So we will move right to ensure that no B is present, no small b is present. So meaning is that, so read this line carefully. So now immediately before this B, capital A is there. So meaning is that, what is the meaning? So this is nothing but your A raised to n, B raised to n. Why? Because so we must, the machine must understand that, so B must be followed by A. So capital B must be followed by A. If this is the case, that means all A's, all the A's on the left hand side direction, they are now marked as a capital B. They are now converted into the capital B. So sorry, capital A. So there is no further small a is remaining in the string, and as there is no further a remaining in the string, so definitely we have to ensure that there should not be any b, small b present in the on the right hand side, in the string. So see here, so from A just move to the right. So pointer points to this capital B, move in the right hand side direction. Again pointers pointing to the last B, move to the right, further right, and now the machine reaches to the capital delta. That is nothing but your halt state. That is nothing but your halt state. So successfully, see here, successfully small a, small b, these are now converted with the operation by moving left, right, and left direction, and by making them capital, by making the symbol a, small a to capital A, small b to capital B, we have successfully read the string and successfully reached to the halt state. Meaning is that this is the total Turing machine design, how we have designed and simulated this a raised to n, b raised to n string, right? So thus equality between A's and B can be checked by moving tape head to and fro. That already we have checked. So this is nothing but the way, and how to, and this is nothing but the diagram, Turing machine diagram. So Q0 with small a, see here, Q0 with small a as an input, output is capital A, move the machine to the right hand side direction, right? Then Q1, so Q1 on small b, print on a capital B and move in the left hand side direction, because on A, on encountering A, we are moving to the right hand direction, but as soon as we are converting into capital B, we have to move in the left hand side direction in search of capital A, right? Q2, at Q2, capital B, print capital B, move to the left direction, read small a, write small a and move to the left hand side direction, and other transitions are written here, AAR, BBR. Q0 on capital B, read capital B, move to the right hand side direction, and it will go to the Q3 state. And it will go to the Q3 state. Q3 state, read capital delta, write capital delta, and move to the left hand side direction. And this is nothing but your final halt state, right? So note that for invalid inputs, the machine does not go to the halt state. Remember that for if the input is invalid, so this is nothing but your valid input, means A raised to n, B raised to n is correct. But if it is an invalid input, if the number of A's and B's are not equal, then it will not go to the halt state. So let us design the transition table for this above Turing machine. Q0 on input A, go to Q1, print capital A, move to the right hand side direction. Q0 on input capital B, go to Q3 state, print capital B as it is, move to the right hand side direction. Q1 on input small a, go to Q1 direction, print small a, go to right hand side direction. Q1 on small b, state Q2, print capital B, move to the left hand side direction. Then Q1 on capital B, state change state Q1, print capital B, move to the right hand side direction. Q2 on small a, state Q2, the output is small a, and move to the left hand side direction. Q2 on capital A, Q0 state, print capital A and move to the right hand side direction. Q2 on capital B. So all these we have converted into the transition table. This is nothing but a Turing machine transition diagram. it is converted to the transition table. All the transitions are now written in the form of table, right? Now let us go to the next one, example of invalid input. Let us check it for invalid input string. So whether the Turing machine reaches to the halt state or not. So this is the string A, B, 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 means there are 2A and 3B, and finally the delta is nothing but the end of the string, capital delta. Convert the first A into capital A, move to the right hand side direction, next state is Q1, next state is Q1, change the state. So see here, capital A, now the pointer is pointing to small a, B, 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 capital delta. Now move right, keep A as it is, because here we are not going to convert this A, and it is the state Q1 as it is. So now the B is encountered here, first B encountered here to the Turing machine, the head pointing to small b. Now convert it into the capital B and move to the left. Don't move to the right, you have to go in the left hand side direction. So see here, so again the pointers point to the small a. Now move to the left, that is the state Q2. So we encountered here capital A pointing, the head points to capital A, capital B, small b, B, capital delta. Move to the right hand side direction, and that is nothing but state Q0, that is the state Q0. So again small a is there. Now this small a converted into capital A. Now the second small a we encountered here on moving to the right hand side direction. So convert it into the capital A, move the right, and state is now Q1. So capital A, and the next symbol read is capital B, 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 small b, capital delta, move to the right hand side direction. So after moving right hand, so the this symbol encountered is small b here, convert this small b to capital B, move to the left. Now start moving in the left hand side direction, and state is equal to Q2, state is equal to Q2, right? So after conversion, see here, so capital B, so this B is now converted into capital B, and now the head is reading this symbol, the capital B. Move to the left, we have to keep moving left direction. Capital A, move right, state that is Q0, move in the right hand side direction. The state is Q0. So after moving to the right, we get here capital B. So move in the right hand side direction further. So we are getting a small b. After moving from this, we are getting small b, capital delta. The state is from Q3. So there is no path for input B. There is no path for input B. So, and the Turing machine stops there. So for this B, because there is no A is present here, that convert this B into capital B, there is no capital A or small a that is associated or that is corresponds to this particular B. So definitely the Turing machine will never go to the this particular halt state, or it will not go to the left hand side direction. It will stops here. This will stops at this B symbol, or that is nothing but it will not enter into the halt state. That is the invalid input string. That is for the invalid input string. Thus, TM does not lead to halt state for such a invalid input. Getting this point. So we have tested it correctly. The transitions which are written for the Turing machines, now these are correct. Now let us see the next example, the constructed Turing machine for the language capital L equal. Now see here, a raised to n, b raised to n, c raised to n, such that n greater than 1. A raised to n, b raised to n, c raised to n, such that n greater than 1. So see here, this problem cannot be solved using PDA. Such type of problem, it cannot be solved by PDA, nor by your NFA, nor by your DFA. Only Turing machine can solve such type of problems. Remember this point. Now, how to solve this problem? Now, let us see very carefully. See on your screen very carefully. Focus it on. The same logic which we have used in the previous example could be used now. A raised to n, b raised to n, c raised to n. So let us see. Let us assume that the input is double A, double B, double C. Take this a simple string double A, double B, double C. Now put it in a input tape and put this capital delta as the final end of the string. Now first A, convert this A to capital A, then move right, next state, the state Q0 to, we are changing state Q0 to Q1, right? Then from Q0 to Q1, okay. The next is nothing but now converting into capital A, the next input read is small a, move to the right up to C, we have to move to the right up to capital, we have to move to up to small c, we have to move to up to small c. So again convert it into B. B is encountered here. Now the Turing machine here reads small b, convert it into capital B, move in the right hand side direction. State is from Q1 to Q2. Change the state from Q1 to Q2. So see here, convert into capital B. The next input symbol read on the tape is small b, C, C, capital delta. Move right up to C. Move, we have to move in the right hand side direction up to small c. So see here, now C is encountered. C is encountered. Convert this C into capital C. Move in the right hand side direction. State changes from Q2 to Q3. State it changes from Q2 to Q3. So see the structure. Move in the so C A B B capital C C capital delta. Now move in the left hand side direction up to C. We have to move in the left hand side direction up to C. So see, we are moving in the left hand side direction. Move left till capital A. We have to move left hand side till capital A. Skip small a, small b, capital C. C state Q3. Then move one step right. Then we have to move one step right. So see here, we are moving in the left direction till we get the capital A. Till we get the capital A. Now small a is encountered here. Small a is encountered. So convert this small a to capital A and move to the right hand side direction. So after conversion, this A into capital A, then the next symbol encountered is capital B. So move to the right hand side direction, further move in the right hand side direction. So B is there. So we read the B symbol, or the machine reads the B symbol, convert this small b to capital B, move in the right hand side direction. State changes from Q1 to Q2. State is changing from Q1 to Q2. So see here, capital A, capital B. Now this capital C, the pointer or the head pointing to capital C, small c, capital delta. The instruction is here, move in the right hand side direction, move to the right hand side direction. So see here, capital A, capital B, capital C, sorry, capital B, capital C, capital C. So this is nothing, convert it to capital C, move in the left hand side till capital A, that is nothing but state number Q3. So once you converted this small c into capital C, start moving in the left hand side direction till we reach to the capital A. So again, move in the right hand side direction. Keep B as it is. From Q0 to Q4. So again, in this particular in the capital B, then go on moving to the not right into the left hand side direction. Move in the left hand side direction, not in the right hand side, by ignoring capital B and C. Refer Q4 state, means this is nothing but your Q4 state. Now since A is read, TM will reach the halt state. Why? Because since it is going to read the A state, because you are reading A, meaning is that, so it means that capital A is being read. Capital A is being read, meaning that all A's, all small A's are now converted into capital A, and A, which is immediately before B, it is now converted into capital A. That means the all A's are converted, all B's are converted into capital B, and corresponding all C's are now successfully converted into capital C. That's why the machine enters into the halt state. Since A is read, TM will reach to the halt state, because all A's are converted into capital A, corresponding B's are also converted, and corresponding C's are also. This is nothing but actually your logic. This is actually the logic we have to write here to construct the Turing machine. As all small A's are converted into capital A, all small b are now becoming capital B, and all small c are now becoming converted into capital C. That means the machine enters into the halt state. Thus, TM can very effectively recognize A raised to n, B raised to n, C raised to n, and more powerful than the push down automata. Is much more powerful as compared to your push down automata. Getting this point? So thus TM to recognize. So draw the transition diagram for the Turing machine in this way. Q0, Q1, Q2, Q3, and Q4, 4 states we have used there. So Q0 on A, you just input A, output is capital A and moving into the right hand side direction. Q1 input is small b, output is capital B, move in the right hand side direction. Q2, so Q2 state is for small c, converted into capital C, move in the left hand side direction. And rest of all other transitions, for example, small a, read small a, print small a, and go to the right, read in the right hand side direction, that is Q1, BBR on Q1, then CCR on Q2, small b, BR on the Q2 itself, then BBL, that is B, input B, read B, write B, move to the left, read A, write A, move to the left, read capital B, write capital B, move to the left, read C, write C, and move to the left on Q3. So if it is A, write A, move to the right hand side direction Q3 to Q0. From Q0 on capital B, read capital B, write capital B, and move to the right hand side direction, that is Q4 state. Q4 is the state. And from Q4, read capital delta, write capital delta, move to the right hand side direction, and the machine enters into the halt state. It enters into the halt state. That is nothing but your Turing machine for the language recognizing A raised to n, B raised to n, C raised to n. It is very important. Always in examination point of view, there is a question: you draw or design a Turing machine for the languages for the language accepting the strings A raised to n, B raised to n, C raised to n. Okay, so we have learned in this session, that is design of Turing machine. This is the most important part, and examples. A few examples we have seen how to design a Turing machine, right? So course outcome attainment: to construct and analyze the Turing machine for formal languages. So these are the reference book you have to refer. So let us stop here for this session.